She is light carved from the moon's own face, grace in her step and the desert's grace. Raised in the shadow of honor's name, no heart approaches without noble flame. You speak of love, a vow, a start. But do you carry a lion's heart? For she is pearl not bought or sold, a story of strength in silk and gold. Tell me, will you guard her dreams at night? Stand by her side when storms take flight? Will you see her soul, not just her face, and walk with her at an equal pace, and whoop with her at an equal pace? A rose, yes, but thorn with prop, she's my daughter, my joy, my guide. So come with truth, no mask, no guise, and win her heart with honor in your eyes. She is not just the daughter of a man, she is the echo of dunes where time began. Raised beneath the falcon's cry and sky's embrace, with the softness of silk and a warrior's grace. Her laughter is a prayer the angels know, her silence, a place where the wise ones go. Every step she takes, the earth bows low, for she's the spring in the desert's flow. So you come to me, noble in face and word, asking for her hand like a flightless bird. But do you know the fire in her name? The legacy carved in her royal flame? She is not for hearts that tremble and flee. She is for men who stand like trees, rooted in honor, reaching for skies, with truth in hands and no disguise. She's the verse I never wrote, the rhyme I kept, the dream I held when the kingdom slept. I watched her grow with eyes of pride, and now you ask to walk beside. Then answer me not with poetry sweet, but with the patience of sand beneath her feet. Will you hold her soul when storms arise, or falter when the falcon flies? Time flies. Will you listen not just to her voice, but to her silence, and make her choice feel safe, not caged, but wild and wise, with freedom lit inside her eyes? Will you teach her nothing, but learn instead the poems her silence has often said? Will you lift her, not above nor below, but walk where hearts together grow? This is not a test to pass or play. This is a lifetime, not a day. If your love is light, not weight nor chain, if you see her soul and not just her name, then rise, young man, with reverent hand, not to take, but to understand. For love, when true, is not to own, but to walk beside what can stand alone. And know this truth from father to groom. A daughter is not given, she is entrusted to bloom. When you knock upon my door, dear son, know this tale has just begun. This is not a gate you cross with ease. It guards a rose, a soul, a breeze. She is not only my daughter, my blood. She is my prayer in every flood. The softness in her heart is rare, but do not mistake it for something bare. She grew not in shadows, but under light with stars to guard her every night. She danced in winds that bend the date. She learned from falcons how to wait. She speaks not loud, but her silence sings of noble thoughts and fearless wings. She's the calm of dawn in desert land, a flame that warms, not one that brands. Not one that brands. So you come here with hope in your chest, wearing your courage like a vest. But I ask you now, not just with tongue, will you still sing when songs are unsung? Will you honor her name when the world is still? Hold her with strength, but never your will? No. Will you walk beside her, not in front, bear her burden, speak when she won't? Will you learn the language her eyes have known, the stories she carries written in stone? Will you shield her peace like a sacred flame, not tarnish her worth in love's cheap name? You see, her smile was carved by time, by a father's oath and a mother's rhyme. She's not a jewel to place in a chest, she's a soul, and she deserves the best. You may be a man, brave and bold, but do you have the heart to hold a woman whose roots run deep in sand? Sand who will not bend at your command. Sand. Love her for who she truly is, not for her beauty, but all that she gives. And if your word is sharp and true, let your actions be its echo too. But know this, if you see her cry, and do not rise to ask her why, if you love her loud but miss her silence, if you mistake her strength for defiance, then remember this face, these watchful eyes, for a father's love never truly dies. I hand you not just hand and name, but a soul wrapped in eternal flame. She is made of prayer and ancient light. She is every wrong I tried to right. And though she walks beyond my gate, she walks with pride, not pushed by fate. So treat her not as treasure found, but as a queen the stars surround. For even kings must bow, you see, when daughters walk to love, and leave men like me. You may find this letter on quiet night, when the house is still and the stars are bright. Maybe after joy, or after tears, maybe now, or in coming years. It waits between the pages of time, not wrapped in silk nor rhyme, but in the voice only fathers know, when daughters leave and still they grow. You were never mine to keep, my star. You were a song I followed from afar. From your first breath to your first word, you taught me love without being heard. You grew like palm trees in golden light, strong in roots and reaching height. I watched you find your wings, your way, yet prayed you'd still come home someday. The wedding passed in colors and grace, but my eyes searched for your childhood face. And though my hands let yours go free, they still remember how small you used to be. I don't worry if he'll hold you near. I taught you to fight, not to fear. I know your soul, fierce, kind, and deep. You'll build your world, and dreams you'll keep. But still, there are things you'll never see that I whispered each night quietly. The prayers I made when storms were high. The silent tears I let drift dry, bulk but dry. There will be days love feels unsure, and the home you build doesn't feel secure. And those days turn inward, not away. You were born of light, not of clay. You are a mirror of your mother's flame, and every strength you bear carries our name. Let no one shrink your fire to fit. Let no crown dull the mind you lit. And if he loves you, truly sees the wild rose blooming in your breeze, then may you both write verses wide of laughter shared and storms survived. But if ever, my child, you feel alone, know your father's heart is your second home. No matter how far this life may roll, you carry in you half my soul. This isn't goodbye. We don't speak that way. It's just another page in our long ballet. Yeah. You are my rhythm, my silent song, and nothing has ever felt so strong. So live your days in courage and light. Speak your truth, dream your height. And if you cry, cry without shame. Even rain brings roses in desert flame. And when you read this, smile for me, for you'll always be that girl by the sea, whose footprints I followed in golden sand, while holding the world in my outstretched hand. Baba, I found your letter on a quiet eve, tucked between silks I could never leave. The house was calm, the world asleep, and your words, like prayers, began to weep. I read them once, then once again, and in between the lines, I felt the men who build kingdoms not with might, but with hands that guide their daughters right. You always spoke with your eyes more than lips, love hidden in glances, in soft fingertips. Now I see it all, so crystal, so true. Every lesson was your gift in view. This home is mine, but not the same. It echoes soft with your spoken name. He is kind, and yes, he tries, but no one sees me like your eyes. You taught me love was more than word. It's in what's done, not just what's heard. It's in the stillness, in the stand, and how you let go, yet held my hand. I remember the nights under stars so wide, you'd tell me stories, your heart open wide. I'd sit at your feet with curious fire, not knowing I'd grow to wear your attire. For now I speak the things you taught, of peace, of pride, of battles fought. I walk with grace not born, but learned. From every moment your wisdom burned. I keep your honor like a ring of light. It circles me in every fight. When the world grows loud and I feel small, I hear your voice, a stand. You never fall. And Baba, I still miss our silent tea, the quiet places only we'd see. No crown or title can replace the calm I knew in your embrace. This life is good. It blooms, it grows, but only because of the seed you chose. You gave me roots and taught me wings. You showed me joy in simple things. If I ever have a daughter of my own, no, she'll walk the path you've shown. She'll learn her worth from how I stand with quiet power and open hand. For the world may change and time may race, but I'll always find you in a sacred place. Not just in photos or in old clothes worn, but in every dawn I rise reborn. You are the mountain behind my sea, the fire within what became of me. And though I've gone where new winds call Baba, I am yours through it all. She sleeps in my arms, this child of mine, with breath so soft and fingers fine. A miracle wrapped in dawn's first light, the calm between my day and night. And in this quiet, I hear your voice, not loud but steady, not forced, by choice. You never needed storms to lead. You're taught with glances, planted seed. I hold her now like you held me, with patience deep as a desert sea. And Baba, now I finally see all the things you gave silently. The nights you paced, though, no one knew. The times you smiled when pain passed through. The moments you stayed when leaving was easy. The way you stayed strong when life grew uneasy. You never said the world was kind, but you taught me strength was peace of mind. You never promised skies would stay blue, but you built in me a sky of you. And now, as I cradle this life so new, I trace your hands in the things I do. The way I hush her, the way I stand, the way I offer her my hand. She looks at me the way I looked at you, with trust unspoken and wonder too. And I pray to be what you have been, a lighthouse when the tide pulls in. I sing her songs from long ago, the ones your silence used to show, the poems in your walk, your breath, the courage in your quiet depth. I tell her tales of a man so tall, not in stature, but in how he'd fall to his knees just to lift his child high, to show her stars, not just the sky. I speak your name like a sacred rhyme, each syllable softened by space and time. She will know you not by sight, but by the values I keep burning bright. She'll walk with pride that has your name, and rise from falls without shame. She'll love herself without compare, because you showed me how to care. And one day, when she too must roam, I'll send her off and welcome the unknown, with a tear in eye and a smile to show. For then I'll say, and now she'll know. Now I know, Baba. Now I see what it means to love so endlessly. To let go while your heart still clings, to give her flight while clipping your wings. So thank you, not for just what you gave, but for the quiet way you taught me to be brave. For now, I walk the path you've sown, a mother, yes, but still your own.